You're in the meeting. Things are going fine. And then a coworker, someone who smiles at you by the coffee machine, turns to the room and says, "Well, that was supposed to be handled last week, but..." and lets the sentence hang. Just long enough. Everyone looks at you. Maybe it's a comment. Maybe it's an email with your boss copied in that makes a small problem sound like your disaster. Maybe it's a joke at your expense that isn't really a joke. Whatever the shape, the message is the same. They just made you look bad on purpose in front of the people whose opinion you care about. Here's what most people do in the next 5 seconds and why it's exactly what your coworker is hoping for. Then I'll show you what Marcus Aurelius, a man surrounded by people trying to undermine him, did instead. In that moment, your body wants to do one of 3 things. Every one of them hands the wind to them. The first is to fight back. Right there. You defend yourself fast and a little too loud. That's not true, actually. But watch what the room sees. They said one calm sentence, and you produced a paragraph. Now you look rattled, and they look composed. You've confirmed the exact impression they wanted to create. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it." The dig lasts a second. Your scramble to correct it is what people remember. The second door is to go cold and start keeping score. You say nothing, but inside you begin building a case. You'll get them back. You start watching for their mistakes. This feels like strength. It isn't. You've just hired your coworker as the full-time tenant of your head, and you'll do worse work because half your attention is now on them instead of on you. The third is the quietest. You go to everyone else. You vent to 2 colleagues. You build your little coalition. You make sure people know what they did. And it feels justified. But now, you're the one who looks political. And the story becomes, those 2 have a problem. Not, that person acted badly. Here's the thread. All 3 make your coworker the center of your world. Your reputation, your focus, your peace, all of it now depends on what they did. And that is exactly the trap the Stoics trained their whole lives to escape. Marcus Aurelius ran an empire surrounded by flatterers, rivals, and people who wanted him to fail. And every morning, he wrote himself a note to prepare for precisely this. He wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, and jealous." Not as a complaint, as armor. If you expect that some people will play dirty, then when one does, you're not shocked. You're not knocked off balance. You saw it coming. Underneath that is the one idea the Stoics kept returning to. Epictetus put it simply. Some things are within our power and some are not. You cannot control whether a coworker throws you under the bus. You completely control what you do in the next 10 seconds and the next 10 days. So don't spend a single unit of energy on the part you can't touch. Pour all of it into the part you can. Now the moves. 3 of them. Move 1. Don't take the bait in the room. When they make you look bad, your only job in that moment is to look unbothered, because the calm person reads as the trustworthy one. A short, light line is enough. Good flag. Let's look at the actual timeline after this. No defensiveness, no counterattack. You've just told everyone you don't rattle, and you've moved the fight from feelings to facts, where you win. Move 2. Correct the record later. In writing. With facts and no heat. Silence in the room is not silence forever. Afterward, calm, brief, documented. You make the truth visible. Not, "Dave threw me under the bus." That's the scorekeeping door. Instead, a short message with a real timeline and who owned what, sent to the people who need it. You're not accusing anyone. You're quietly putting the facts on the record, where they outlast any comment. Move 3. Make yourself impossible to frame. This is the long game, and it's the one Marcus lived. He wrote the line worth keeping on the inside of your skull. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Don't become the person who sabotages back. Instead, be so consistent, so visibly reliable, that when someone tries to paint you as the problem, nobody believes it, because it doesn't match the person they've watched for months. A steady reputation is armor no coworker can dent with one meeting. Because here's what Marcus understood that they don't. A person who has to make you look bad is telling you they can't win by looking good. That isn't your enemy being strong. That's your enemy being scared. So here's the rule. Write it down. Don't defend yourself in the room. Prove yourself in the record. Tomorrow, 3 things. 1. When someone takes a shot at you in public, pause, say one calm line, and nothing you'll replay tonight. 2. Within the day, put the real facts in writing, without heat, where the right people see them. 3. Keep building the kind of track record that makes their version of you unbelievable. You will not always be able to stop people from trying to make you look bad. Marcus couldn't. Epictetus couldn't. What you always control is whether you stay the calm, credible person in the room, the one people quietly trust when the dust settles. Master that, and no coworker can touch you. If this helped, the Stoic Operator Journal in the description is built for exactly this, a 1-page weekly system for staying calm and keeping your receipts. And watch this one next. Why the calm ones win at work, not the loud ones.